It's Madden NFL 23. And up next are the Texans' second-year quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Texans and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup. Ian Book and Dak Prescott.
And I think that each quarterback wants to play this game with a faster tempo. They want to get the plays in quickly, get in and out of the huddle quickly, take just a few seconds at the line of scrimmage and survey the defense, and then attack. And I think that we'll see both offenses try to do that in this one.
2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw it. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 18 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
On second down, it's Cook again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So as they take it over, we step aside. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
If someone's going to be happy with that effort, you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there. Check it up nicely. Good English on that punt. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. They're brought out by a fourth-round pick in the 2021 draft out of Notre Dame, Ian Book.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Off the play fake, here's Book. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Book. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And this is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Book. It's grabbed over the... Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Not only was it a double move route, it was the dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip them in time. Big play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's caught left side. Ruckert with it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
First and goal from the 6. Here's Prescott. And complete right side to Cook. No gain on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Left side, Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. And he's got his big tight end here. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Texans had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Play action now. Book. Steps away. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Book now. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Book. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, here's White. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's White. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Once again, it's White. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
I could spin this negative ways. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Rashad White with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This is White on the screen. A little juke. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Broke from the gun on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to roll it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, we get another look now at this Broncos offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Prescott. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. On third down, it's Prescott. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 45 on 2nd down. Book. For Marshall, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, Book. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Book. Open man right side is Tony. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 26-yard line.
Now back to the ground game with White. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw his Book. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring it 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott. Open man here is Conklin. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Texans will take over. They're in the second quarter now in Vegas. The Raiders are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that and all Week 2 games as we go along. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Book. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jack Fox now. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, he's got Allen. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Prescott to throw it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
14 more yards.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this one is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Pat O'Donnell in hot formation.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Jets who were able to get the road victory. Joe Burrow, 3 touchdown passes as his guys move to 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
13 yards remaining on second down. Book now. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Book. Hard throw, incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Prescott now. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first and 10, Prescott. Outright, he's got Ruckert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On second down, Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Throwing, Prescott. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
First down, Prescott. And complete right side to Cook. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Santos into the tack on the extra point. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start the drive with a give to White. Gets past one man. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Probably 4 inches.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard on the
Here's Prescott.
brings up 3rd and 4.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is taken at the 15. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they go play action with Book. And hit the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They run the counter with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
A gain of 13 yards. It's 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said? It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Houston set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, but both of those units in there kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Runs over it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Caught by Woods. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Keeps himself upright. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Book. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Book from the gun on 3rd down. Will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. So the Broncos coming out now. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, good move. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his target, Allen. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now out comes Houston. On first down, Book. This is White on the screen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Book now to throw on first down. Open man right side is Tony. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Throwing again on second down. Book right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 5. First down, Houston.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now Book. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Book now. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Book. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dorrance Armstrong. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Fourth down, Book, desperation time. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A first down throw for Book, escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 30 on second down, Book. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings us 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. Room here to run. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. 2nd and 11. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.